They never knock. They don't need to. They slip in through the cracks of silence. They come when the house goes quiet, when the mind softens, and thoughts begin to drip instead of flow. It starts small, a murmur so faint you almost believe it was the wind brushing against the window. But it isn't, because it's coming from inside your skull, inside your skin. I remember the first one. He called himself Smile. His face stretched across the room in my dreams, lips carved ear to ear, teeth like broken glass. He didn't speak with words. He grinned thoughts into my head. And when I woke up, I found myself smiling too, with my mouth bleeding from biting down too hard. I tried to tell someone, a therapist. She nodded like they always do, said I was dissociating, maybe psychosis, gave me pills. But she didn't hear them, didn't see what I saw behind my eyelids at 3:12 a.m. when the room twisted and the walls began to breathe like lungs, gasping, stretching, laughing. They weren't dreams. They were openings. Each night, another face surfaced. Not above me, not around me, from me. They clawed their way out of my chest, out of the soft, defenseless meat behind my eyes. Blue faces, slick with something wet and black, snarling with hunger. One of them had no eyes. One had horns. One had my face, but its mouth was sewn shut with barbed wire, and it wept blood through the seams. They never speak all at once. They take turns. They want attention. The one with dog-like ears whispers. He tells me to stop looking in mirrors. Don't look, he purrs. You don't want to see what's replacing you. Last week I blacked out in the shower. Woke up fully clothed in the hallway. My fingernails were filled with blood. Not mine. There was no one else in the house. They left a message, though. On the mirror. Not written, not carved, just fog, and a fingerprint from the inside of the glass. I used to think I was haunted. Now I know better. I'm not haunted. I'm your host. They live inside me, rent-free, feeding on my fear, my shame, my worst memories. The one with no jaw keeps asking, what did you do to her? I don't know who her is, but every time I try to remember, I get a sharp taste of metal and the sound of screaming in my ears. And it's my voice, begging, laughing, moaning. I found an old voicemail last night on a burner phone I don't remember buying. Just static at first, then a whisper. She's still under the floor. Why haven't you dug her up yet? I don't remember anything, but the smell coming from the basement is getting stronger. People talk about demons like they come from hell, but mine are homegrown, molded from trauma, stitched together by guilt, and soaked in every repressed urge I pretended I didn't have. You want a jump scare? Okay, try this one. You're not alone, and you never were. Feel that breath on the back of your neck, that itch behind your eyes when you're lying in the dark, that pulse in your ears, that suddenly skips a beat when you remember something you shouldn't. That's them. They follow, they feed, they become. I hear them now, scratching inside my skull. They want out, and the more I resist, the louder they scream. So tonight, I'm giving in. I've locked the doors, turned off the lights, I've unplugged the clocks. There will be no time here, only suffering, and silence, and voices. God, the voices. They're laughing now, because they know this isn't my story anymore. It's ours. You listened this far. You opened the door. So let me ask you, who's whispering behind your eyes right now? Let me know if you'd like me to turn this into a